Hey vinyl community, I'm back with my second video. This is going to be my first review, and I'm going to be reviewing Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. What I'm going to do in these reviews is just give you a little bit of background information about the album, go through each track, just saying a little bit of information about the track and what I like and what I don't like about that track, and then I'll just go through my vinyl copy so you can see and make your mind up if you want to go and purchase the album. So let's get started. This is my copy of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He brought this album out in 2010, worked on it for about 2 years, from 2009 all the way through 2010. Apparently it cost Def Jam about $5 million in expenses to fly people back and forth Hawaii to work on the album. That's where Kanye West was working on it, and it's a bunch of people who worked on this album, contributed. Too many people for me to name. I will name a few going through the tracks, but a lot of people worked on this album, and it's turned out to be one of the best pieces of work he has ever made, and one of my favourite hip-hop albums ever. Like, for just listening experience, if I wanted to go and listen to a hip-hop album, this is probably the one I'd pick. Just the instruments are amazing in it. You know, his rapping ability is really good on it. Really touches on some good subjects, like race, consumer culture, the idealization of the American dream. You know, there's a lot of love, heartbreak, you know, sex, you know, everything. It's a really good mixture of different songs and different topics on this album. Yeah, and it was about around the time that he done that thing with Taylor Swift, and he was kind of high in Hawaii and just created this beautiful piece of music. Let's go through the tracks. Yeah, so track 1, Dark Fantasy, has an intro on it which starts the album by Nicki Minaj, and she basically redoes a Roald Dahl Cinderella poem, and it's basically a thugged out rework of it, and it really sounds good, you know, to kick off the album. Really cool thing to put into the intro. Tiana Taylor sings on the hook of the first song, and she has a beautiful voice, like ridiculous. The chorus, probably the best thing about that song. Kanye's verses are really good flow, really good lyricism. But my favourite part of the track is when the track dies and it sounds like it's ended, and then the hook comes back in, and it's really good. It's a good touch at the end. Yeah, next track is Gorgeous, and it features Raekwon from Wu-Tang and Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's on the hook, and again, Kid Cudi, I love his voice. I don't know what it is about his vocals, but he hasn't got the best voice in the world, and he can't hit, you know, really high notes or whatever, but there's something about his voice just sounds so cool. And his hook on this one, I don't know if you can hear it, but this is it. But I love it. And the beat, there's a guitar. It's amazing. Yeah, and then when Raekwon comes in, at the end of the track, the beat changes, and it sounds ridiculous. It sounds amazing. And then right at the end, the beat carries on the way it is, and Cudi's hook comes in again, and it just sounds even better with the changed beat. Like, really good track. Right, next track is Power. Power was the first single brought out on this official single brought out for this album, and this is exactly what it says in the tin. It's a powerful beat. The sample in it, I don't know where it's from, but it sounds just insane, and this sounds unbelievable. Apparently, he done an interview, I think it was with Rolling Stone, that he said he spent 5,000 man hours doing this one song, and he reckons that's how hard he worked on each song on the album. He might be over exaggerating, but you can never tell. Yeah, but really strong song, really good first single. Very good lyrics. Just well composed, brilliant song. Oh, that power. What's next? One of my favourite bits of the album is the All of the Lights interlude, which is just a piano and a violin, and it just sounds beautiful. It's like ridiculous. It only lasts like a minute because it's just an interlude in going into the song All of the Lights. But what a touch. I could listen to this over and over again. It's really good, really nice. And it goes into All of the Lights, which is star-studded. I can't even name all of the artists on it. I know obviously Kanye West is on there, Rihanna's on there, Kid Cudi's on there, again Kid Cudi, who shares the third verse with Fergie, and Fergie from Black Eyed Peas, not Manchester United's Fergie. And yeah, that third verse is unbelievable. Kanye's verses are brilliant, and Elton John makes an appearance on this song. I couldn't tell you where it is. I'd have to get up the lyrics, or somebody'd have to tell me. But apparently, he's on this song. Yeah. Really good song. Probably the best. Yeah, I think. I think this went to number 1. I think it was the second or third, or maybe second single, I think, or fourth, maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, brilliant single. Definitely went to number 1. Probably the most. I imagine it sold the most singles off this album. It was definitely the most popular when it came out. Right, next track is Monster. This one features Justin Vernon from Bon Iver, who starts the song, Rick Ross, who does a little bridge from Justin from Bon Iver to Kanye West, Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj are the other features. This is probably the first, not the first track that I don't like, because I actually really like this track, but there's a part of the track that I absolutely hate, and it's the start of Jay-Z's verse, and I'm thinking, it is the worst. And Nicki Minaj is a beginner when this album came out. She was only just rising to fame. I don't even think her album was out, and she owns Jay-Z on the verse. And if you're into hip-hop, you need to be, the rapper needs to outdo everybody on the track, otherwise you're going to be slated. And Jay-Z, probably, a lot of people name him the best rapper ever. He just gets owned by Kanye and Nicki Minaj, and I just think, Kanye, you worked on this album so hard, you should have just told him, I know he's your boss, but sorry mate, you gotta go, you gotta get off this track, because it's absolutely terrible. But the rest, it's just the start of his verse. The rest of his verse is pretty good, but like I said, Nicki Minaj and Kanye both own him on it. The beat is insane as well, a really good beat, and basically the concept of the track is that they're saying they're a monster in every single thing that they do, like a beast, like they're the best at what they do. Whether that's making money, whether that's rapping, whether that's fashion, whatever, they're the best at it, you know? Let's go on to the next track. Next track is So Appalled. This is another part of the album that I really don't like. The beat is awesome, the verses are really good, but no offence to Swizz Beatz, but I hate him on choruses. I don't understand why people... Slaughterhouse put him on a chorus on their album as well, and I just don't like it. I just don't like his voice. I don't think he should be doing it. In fairness, they give a chorus to different artists through the track. I think Swizz Beatz has two of them. I hate them. But RZA from Wu-Tang is on this album, and he does one of the hooks, and he sounds a lot better doing it. He hasn't got a better voice or anything. He just sounds more grimy, and it just goes with the track a lot better. Really good verses on here. You know, I think who's on here? Let me have a look. Yeah, Pusha T's verse is really good. And like I said, I love RZA on here. Kanye's got a good verse, very good verse, can't complain. But it's a very strong hip hop track. The beat is very grimy, very good verses, lyricism really good. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is Swizz Beatz on the hook. Like, let's go to the next track. Devil in a New Dress. This is a very soulful, laid-back track. One of my favourites when it first came out. It's just so chilled out, just laid back. Kanye's voice goes with the track so well, and I think he sampled a Smokey Robinson track. I got it written down here. Will You Love Me Tomorrow? So I'm not sure if any of you know that track, but yeah, Kanye West sampled that on here, and you can hear Smokey Robinson in the back. I don't think Smokey Robinson wrote that track. I think it was wrote by somebody else, but he used the Smokey Robinson version. Really good track. After Kanye West does two verses, the beat just rides out on its own. It's just like a whole verse of just the beat, which is amazing, because I love the beat. And then when you think the track's about to end, Rick Ross comes in and puts a verse right at the end. And I'm not a big lover of Rick Ross, but it's a very good verse, and it's just brilliant to hear it just pop in when you think the beat is going. But yeah, really good song, really strong song. Really enjoyed this when it first came out. This song, you know, love the sample. Really good beat. This next song, Runaway, featuring Pusha T, was voted, was in Rolling Stone magazine as the best single of 2010, and that's a really good achievement. Out of all music genres, best single of 2010. You can't argue with it. This piano to start off, just the one key. And then the beat comes in. It's just a really good song. I love it. When it first came out, I loved it, and I still love it right now. When I go to play this song in my iPhone, if I've only got time to listen to one or two songs, I always go to this song. It's so good. Pusha T's verse is amazing. Apparently Kanye made him rewrite it numerous times to make it perfect. Basically, he's talking about, he knows he's a dick, and sorry about my language, but he knows he's a dick. I think everybody agrees he's a dick, and he's basically telling his girl to run away. I'm bad news, like, don't, save yourself, basically. And really good song, I love it. Production 10 out of 10, chorus 10 out of 10, verses 10 out of 10. Brilliant song. This next song is a more upbeat song. I think he samples a Black Sabbath song. I couldn't tell you what song. Basically, Hell of a Life is called, and he's talking about falling in love with a porn star, which I think we all have done. But yeah, it's a more upbeat track than the rest of them. Really good concept, amazing beat, good verses, good hook, very strong track on the album, really good track. Blame Game. This is a hidden gem on the album. I love it, just the piano and John Legend on the chorus. Basically talking about relationship struggles and blaming each other. You know, him and his partner blaming each other for all the problems in their relationship, and you know, saying basically love and hate is got a fine line, and you know, about all their fights and stuff. But yeah, John Legend's voice is really good on the chorus. Really good beat, really smooth, lovely piano. Very good, very good song. Love it. One of my favourites off the album. Next track, Lost in the World, is a song featuring Bon Iver, and he basically is again a bit of a heartbreak song about losing, you know, his missus and just being lost in the world. Basically, I love the way the song comes in a cappella. Really good hook, really good. Then the beat comes in, really good beat, really strong, upbeat. You know, good way to finish the album off. This is the last proper track on the album. Really good way to finish the album. Really strong, upbeat track. I'd recommend you go and listen to it if you can. Lost in the World featuring Bon Iver. And then the last track is just an outro called Who Will Survive in America, and it's basically taken from Jill Scott Heron's, if I said that right, and it's from his spoken word comment number 1, and yeah, very good way to end, in my eyes, a classic album. Really good all the way through, very strong all the way through. I would say I would give this album, production wise, 10 out of 10. Can't fault the production. Every single beat is on point, every single instrument complements each other. Just production's unbelievable. Lyrical content, I'll have to give it a 9 out of 10. Awesome. You know, he doesn't just talk about you know, he talks about money and girls every now and again, but it's not all focused on that, and it's a very good, some very good messages in the songs. What else we got? The features, very good features. You know, I think each of the features complement the tracks that they're on. You know, very good decision from Kanye with all the features on, yeah. And overall, for a hip hop album, I'd give this album a 10 out of 10. Standard 10 out of 10. You know, I can't pick many faults with it, except for that Swizz Beatz hook, which is not on it. Every single hook on that track, and that start of the Jay-Z verse. That's the only faults I can pick with it, but I never skip a track, so I would give it a 10 out of 10. That's my review. If you want to stick around, I'm going to show you what comes in the vinyl package. Yeah, here's the vinyl copy of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which I just reviewed. Let me show you what comes in there. Here's the discs in the back. Keep them in the back so they don't cause ring wear on the front cover. This is a triple disc vinyl. There's 1, 2, 3. Here's the front cover, and this vinyl comes with, I think it's 5 different covers. You can change this inner in here, and I'll show you that right now. Right, folds open 3 ways obviously because it's a triple album. There's the artwork inside. You know, Kanye West loves his art, making his stuff, and the red and gold really complement each other. You know, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy on there. Really good artwork on this album. So look. Here's a poster that comes with the album. It's the ballerina that's on the front cover. And on the other side it has all the credits to the people who worked on each of the songs, and a picture of Kanye in a dashing suit. Yes. There's the poster, and here's the covers. There's the ballerina again, the one I had at the front. What's this one? This one is called Hell of a Life, and he had this, I don't know if he still got it, as his Twitter profile picture for a while. This one's called Phoenix. This one was the band album cover that he wanted to use. It had a white woman riding a black guy. What have we got next? The Priest. A pretty scary looking thing. I don't know what that is. But yeah, all the art was made by George Condor. And last but not least, this is called Power. Yeah, and that's a pretty cool things to have, like, you know, and I much prefer the vinyl to the CD, because, you know, you get a bigger picture, you know, it looks much nicer. Let's put these back then, and I will show you the discs that come with it. Right. See which disc this is. There you go, here's one of them. That has the band cover on the artwork, on the label. Beautiful vinyl. Here's the inner, just a plain white inner, nothing special about that. Trying to get it open, that's the big problem. Horrible wind today, it's really windy down here. Here's the next one. That's the ballerina again on the label. I like the fact that there's different labels on each of the discs. Really nice touch, not the same one on all of them. And here's the last disc. This is the Power. Is it Power? Yeah, I think it's the Power one. Nice little, very nice labels on them. Yeah, and that's it. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The vinyl, and there's my review. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to review any other albums. Have a look at my first video, my intro. If you see any albums there that you want me to review, let me know and I'll try and get around to doing it. Thank you. Cheers.